Hi there, welcome to a Kneppy Invest and welcome to the stock of the day. To be honest with you, I was really hoping, sort of cheering for a good news story today. A company who released results that beat expectations and they released an upgrade in their guidance and the share price rallied 20 or 30%. I was really cheering for that scenario because it seems like over the last few days I have featured uh, bad news stories for the stock of the day, companies whose share price has dropped a lot. Unfortunately, that has not happened. The first reason why that has not happened is because we haven't seen any share price of companies releasing results go up 20%. I did like quite a few results, but we haven't seen that market reaction. But on the flip side, we have definitely seen some negative reactions from the market, including today's stock of the day, Appen, ticker code APX. Now, this does not shock me, the reaction from the market. Yeah, it does not shock me. Now, the reason I say that is because the share price of this company has rallied a lot over the past 6 months on absolutely zero substance. Nothing really backing up that rally in the share price. They haven't released anything to give me confidence that this company can pivot from what they used to do into a new cash generating machine. I just don't think we have seen that proof just yet. Maybe the market is seeing something, but I'm not seeing that yet. Now, fun enough, when I actually did have a look at their results, I didn't think they were all that bad because actually they did beat guidance. Yes, they did beat guidance. Now, the guidance was for this company to be in significant loss, but it wasn't as bad of a loss as expected. So I thought possibly the market would like it. And then I went away, stopped thinking about Appen because I don't really care about this company all that much. And I came back to record a video, this stock of the day video. I was going to do on two companies, Flight Centre and LOL, because share price of both those companies are down a fair bit, which I think is a negative thing. Anyway, I saw that Appen share price was down 35%. I was thinking, what is going on here? Could this be just an unwinding of trading? A lot of day traders might be in this and they just want to take profits. Maybe they've been trading this for the last 6 months or so. And then I went to the company's presentation and I saw a few things in their outlook section that gave me pause and gave me the realization that maybe this is what the market saw. These few little points, few little negative points, and that alone could have helped drive the share price down. I think it's a few factors, but that I think is the catalyst for the share price down today for Appen. Anyway, so what I'll do is we'll have a look at the presentation because that's what I looked at to get a bit of a clue what was happening here. No real indication from anything online, no like newswire articles or whatever, but we'll have a look at the presentation and then we'll have a look at the chart. Now, I did find an article in regards to their guidance. So it just mentions here that they did report a smaller than expected annual net loss of 20 million US dollars. The average analysis forecast had been for net loss of 25.2 million. So just based off that, there would be a scenario that the share price will actually go up for Appen because this was better than expected results, even though it's still a pretty massive loss. But we'll get into the outlook, and that's the reason why I think the share price is down. Now, if you do go through the presentation, financial results, that sort of thing, revenue down a fair bit, a nice increase in new markets revenue of 43%. Gross margins also saw a nice little increase by 3 basis points, and the company was underlying EBITDA before foreign exchange by 3.5 million. Now, the company is still highly unprofitable, $20 million, highly cash flow negative. I did have a look at the cash flow statement, still burning through a lot of cash. The company did do a capital raising during the year, so they have plenty of cash, about $50 million, but if they continue on the ways of burning through cash, eventually they will have to do another capital raising. Nice increase in revenue for new markets and underlying EBITDA. So a lot of things to like if you're being a little bit picky. Maybe not picky, but if you're trying to find something positive. There are a few things to like about what Appen is doing and where they might be moving towards. What's not to like is the decrease in revenue, but that was expected because of the contract loss with Google. Statutory unprofitable by $20 million. Last year, they were unprofitable by $118 million. I did see someone in Hot Copper just mention, well, they've increased their loss from 118 to 20 million, which means if they continue that momentum, they'll be generating profit of $90 million next year. was like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. Anyway, more than likely, the loss last year was because of one-offs. Anyway, let's go all the way. Oh, cash flow. Here is cash flow. Yeah, so I do like to look at the cash flow. Yeah, so cash flow negative. It says here 0.6 million, but they did spend a fair bit of money on intangibles, and that is a constant cost every single year. I think it was something like $11 million. So still burning through a lot of cash, but they do end the year with a cash balance of $54.8 million. Okay, talk about the strategy update. I don't really care about that at this point in time. I need to see proof in their pivot, in their strategy, through numbers, through the balance sheet, through profit and loss statement, through the cash flow statement. I need to see, that's how I see the proof. Now, a good way of getting that proof is to release some sort of profit upgrade or some sort of positive financial announcement before they release results. That's the thing I'll be looking out for when it comes to Appen. Okay, so let's have a look at their 2025 outlook. A couple of things here that I was like, I was thinking, yeah, this could be the reason why. And this is the only thing I could find why the share price is down, because again, they beat expectations. Okay, the first bullet point, the LLM market is evolving rapidly and there is significant experimentation. Therefore, we expect to see month-to-month revenue variability. First thought there is they're sort of hinting at that they can't really, or they don't really know what the revenue is going to be in this area. It could be very low, it could be quite high. So a lot of uncertainty there, a lot of risk. That's what they're hinting at there. And then in the second bullet point, year to date, LLM project volumes are tracking lower than the fourth quarter, largely due to annual planning by some major customers. However, we remain confident in the potential for growth in 2025. Whenever you see the however, you just be fairly wary. And whenever you see anyone, any sort of manager or a company write or say, we remain confident, be very wary again. So that bullet point is to be, you have to be, you can't look at that and say, oh, I'm now confident this company is going to grow. Anyway, they also mention highly focused on ongoing cash EBITDA positivity. Yeah, well, yeah, it could happen, it could not. And I don't really care about cash EBITDA positivity because you're not including amortization. And this company spends a lot of money, or has been spending a lot of money on intangibles, and they have to amortize that away. So EBITDA is not the best thing to look at when it comes to Appen. I like to look at the profit because that will include amortization. Amortization is a real thing for this particular company. Anyway, so that's the reason. And the other thing is they gave no guidance. They gave no guidance, and that can harm any sort of confidence the market might have in a company. When a company states we're not going to release any sort of guidance. So to be honest with you, I have heard that's one of the reasons why the share price is down. But a lot of times when a company does release their full year results, like Appen have done, you have to wait a little bit before they release their first guidance. So typically, I wait for AGMs. That is the time you typically see companies release guidance. If they have released guidance before, they might update their guidance, but that's the time, like 3 months after they release their results, that's the time I'm usually looking for guidance from a company. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart for Appen. It was a beautiful looking chart. Share price took off in August, so we're talking about 6 months ago. It was showing signs of a turnaround before that, but really big volume coming in, share price taking off. Not sure why. There was no signs of a significant turnaround or momentum in this company. And that's why I think this was more of a plaything for day traders. And then I think the momentum was starting to peter out before these results because we saw the high in the share price back in January, and it was really struggling. The share price was really struggling to get above that high. And so that is showing a little bit of weakness, even though the share price was still in an uptrend. And this could be called a trend killer. Today's one-day candlestick might be called a trend killer because the share price has dropped a lot and the one-day candlestick is really negative. So a lot of selling during the day. In fact, if you have a look at, say, the 1 minute chart, it's probably been quite persistent selling. Yeah, this is quite persistent selling. Sometimes you'll see the market overreact, share price drop on open, and then it rallies a lot. You haven't seen that with Appen. Now, we have seen the share price maybe has hit a bottom at around about 1 p.m. at $1.75 because the share price has not got lower than that. But I just don't know which way the share price is going to go over the next few days. It could bounce, it could go lower. And the main reason behind that is I just have no confidence in the future of this company at all, particularly when you consider the valuation of this company. Before today, Appen had a market cap of 700 million, I believe. 752 million, which is quite absurd for a company that has such an uncertain future. Anyway, that's all I have for the stock of the day, which is Appen, ticker APX. If you have any thoughts, any questions, just leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.